Just you're 2 games in now, 2 weeks of games, count exhibition. Is it almost exponential at this point after every game that you just learn more and more and feel more comfortable?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm learning a bunch every single game. I'm learning how to play better off-ball defense, learning my ways on offense, how to get into my scoring spots, off skips and stuff like that, attacking closeouts. So I'm definitely getting better each game.
You're a true freshman starting right away. You're playing with 2 guards who did the same thing. How much of their leadership and just knowing what you're going through exactly helped ease the burden of the start of the season?
Yeah, Braden and Flex, they both make it easy just at the guard spot for me. So I learn a lot from them each day. I ask them a bunch of questions every single day. If I have a simple question, they know the answer to it. So I always asking them questions. They make it easy for me on the court.
Matt's always complimented your ability to just take what the defense gives you and play different roles on offense. Has that always been the case for you, or is that something you are conscious of and work on?
Yeah, the main thing with him, he's just saying stick to our principles, know our rules, and play hard within our rules. So that's probably the main thing I've learned from him. But definitely, it's definitely a different adjustment. Definitely have to. I've been working on my off-ball defense, so that's been the biggest thing I've improved on over here. So yeah, definitely that.
How hard is it to kind of take that in stride where you have a scorer's mentality and you realize, you know, you're not a top 3 option. You're gonna just take your shots when you get opportunities.
Yeah, I think I'm good at being like versatile. I don't really feel I have like a scorer's mentality, but I have more of like a winner's mentality. So I like to do whatever it takes to win. So that's more of what I like to do.
With DJ going down, being injured, just how important is it for you guys to step up on that perimeter defense to keep people out of the paint?
It's very important. Yeah, he was very helpful blocking shots, getting rebounds and stuff like that. So we just got to lock in even more on defense and making sure we know our job and principles on defense. So definitely is very important.
Is it tougher mentally or physically to lock in D1 level now? Because now, if you're a half step behind, you're going up against guys that are gone.
I think definitely mentally, I feel like I've done good in the weight room, making sure I'm getting bigger and stronger and faster. So I think I've been translated well with physicality, but I think mentally that's where I struggle at times. So just being mentally aware. So
you guys already talked about this from a perspective of just how a team responds to adversity and how you guys can handle that.
Yeah. Say the question.
Have you guys already talked about that? Just like, you know, it's something. An adversity strikes like this, how you handle it as a team and how that's going to be important.
Yeah, I think it just kind of goes back to knowing our principles, knowing our job, just playing, knowing our things like that, and we'll be good on the court. So yeah.
Just with the intensity that you defend with, it seems like that's an area you take a lot of pride in, and I know that's not common at younger levels. So I mean, has that always been something for you, or has that come later on?
I think so. Definitely growing up, I played on a lot of teams that are very defensive minded. So just really focused on like on-ball defense a lot growing up and stuff like that, making sure we're not going to beat line drive. So yeah, I think I've definitely learned that from a young age, playing AAU and playing high school ball, also a little bit of middle school ball. So yeah, of course.
You came here and then you went to try out for the Mexican national team. Is that right?
Yes.
So what did you kind of learn? Just I don't know what the style is or anything like that, but I'm sure there's something you can take away from that camp.
Yeah, so FIBA is very fast-paced, 24-second shot clock, and then very physical. So those are probably the top 2 things that I've learned from there and incorporated that here at Purdue. So that was definitely what I've learned there.
Looking at the game tomorrow, Polikitis is a guy that can really heat up from outside fast. I'm sure you guys have already looked at film of that, but watching like that Auburn game in the tournament last year, how important is it just to keep him located all the time?
Very important. This is definitely going to help me for like future games. Just the caliber of player he is. Just making sure I'm locked in on him, knowing how he likes to play, knowing where he wants to get his shots off. So definitely locking in on that, and that'll help me out with the future games when we play like even tougher opponents like Alabama and stuff like that.
How do you grade your first week of performance?
I'll grade my first week probably about I'll say a B. I can do a little bit better. I'm just getting used to things and stuff like that, but I'm definitely improving. Ever since the summer, I feel like I've improved a lot. So
I think there are some people on Twitter who didn't realize who your dad was, and they're starting to realize that. But you know, that's probably good for you that you've made your own name. But how much do you kind of rely on the fact that you probably have these God-given talents because of who he is, and then also trying to pave your own way?
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to just pave my own way. We have like 2 different playing styles, but it's just cool that he played back in the day here, because you know everybody here is just like family to me, just because they know him and they grew up with him and stuff like that. Like all the coaching staff, they all know him. So So it's definitely cool that he was here. But I'm definitely trying to like pave my own path and just be my own player. So
You said you have a winner's mentality more than a scorer's mentality. Purdue was kind of the same way, where it's like, hey, you might not be the player that you think you are when you come here, but we saw last year what that can do when everybody buys in. Was that the easy part about this? Was like you know this coaching staff is going to put you in the right situation to win a lot of games.
yeah, I know everybody on here is nobody's selfish. Everybody's trying to win. Everybody's trying to eat as a group. So yeah, we're all having winners mentality. So that's just great to know that everybody's like that over here.
Fletcher said that you like to shut people down is kind of how he summed up your defense. How does it feel to when your man scores on you? Does that light something in you?
It definitely does. Just especially, well, more now if I like make a mistake like off ball, that's usually how somebody scores. So I try to like lock in that way, and that kind of lights something in me, making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But if I play tough defense like one-on-one and they make a tough shot, like I just got to give them their props. Like sometimes that happens, but usually that's not going to happen. So yeah.